Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Software Inc. Elite Distributors Incorporated. I hope everybody has been playing along and following along. We've had numerous developments since our last episode, and I would like to say that last year, we spent a lot of money getting stuff straightened out as far as research goes. We didn't release any software, so it really did kind of hit us pretty hard. As you can see here on our releases, um, we didn't release anything until around mid-July from September 83. So we were relying solely on our money to get us through those about 18 months worth of development. And I'm going to have to say, after we've got those products released, we made a whopping 361 million this year in 1986. And we've literally just demolished our previous 5-year sales. So 1986 so far has been the most lucrative year that we've had on developing our software. So a couple of things that I would like to go over as far as what I've been doing. And I'm going to tell you that bug teams are phenomenal. I'm going to tell you they are working their butts off. And I'm going to get into a little bit of the project management that we got into because our leaders, all of our leaders now have a little bit of automation in them. So that way it helps out. And we're getting ready to release our first operating system, which I want to review it, but I don't think I can right now. Just because of the fact that I think we've already we got put into the beta stage. But I'd like to point out, I am porting a few things. Right now, I've had this thing out for, I want to say, let's see, Publisher Elite 3. When did we release that? July 1985. So it's been around for 18 months. It's been giving us some pretty good money. Publisher Elite 3 is right now netting us about $9.1 million per month, which is really good. That's our moneymaker right now. That's like our foundation of where we started our company. But I'd like to show you how good these support teams that I've made, and they're squashing literally almost all the bugs as they get them. And this one's here on Soapbox Elite 2. This one's at 351 out of 352. And they're doing really well with squashing these bugs. So bug teams really do help out with the product and overall quality. And as far as being able to keep up with support, that's extremely important. So right now we got about 122 followers on our operating system. We don't have much of a market recognition yet, just because of the fact that we have not ever released one. But we are sitting at 3.8 million fans, like I'd like to tell you. And it is actually December. I think it's been about 2 years since we've messed with the employee benefits. So we're going to go ahead and do that here really quick. We're going to up this to about 15,000 on per death, and we're going to change this to 10,000 per hospitalization, and make the minimum raise to 192. And all right, that looks good. So let's go into our stocks. Looks like everybody's buying more stocks into us. We were very successful on our research. As you can see, we got hardware, 3D audio, and network patents for 1985. I don't think I did anything for 86. I think I might have just skipped it. Honestly, I don't think I've had anybody do anything for quite some time. Honestly, actually, yeah, I haven't done anything. Nobody seems to be interested in researching it. So I'm probably going to do about it every couple of years just to kind of get a feel for it. But you don't have to. But it does help out when you have some patents. It does bring in a little extra money. So let's go into our insurance and investments and do our annual $15 million deposit. Right now, as you can see, we've got 4 of them now, equaling about almost 3 million extra money. So that's pretty neat. Not too bad. In our stocks, this is for the whole year. We lost a little bit of money on here, kind of gained it back, so we're kind of splitting even with this stuff. And it's just one of those things that it's kind of random. I really don't understand this just yet. There's really no tool tips, and I haven't really seen anything that goes everything along with it. So I wish I could tell you, but I just don't know. Insurance and investments. I think we took care of the bonds. Yep, the stocks. All that's good. We do have a digital distribution at 100%. It's been that way for quite some time. And our server is sitting happily at 81.3% load. Right now our bandwidth is at 19.2 gigs. And right now we're using up about 15.5. So I do have a lot of education to do, 99 plus. There's a lot of things that I need to get done as far as education goes. Why? Oh, we have this filter here. But there's a lot of educating that I'm going to need to do, so that way we can still further up and really kind of get our porting stuff up and running. These guys here, for some odd reason, I don't think that I ever changed them on that other team. So what we could do here is change roles, and we need to change them all to programming. So be on the lookout. When you do hire, make sure you change roles. You don't want people working on unnecessary stuff, just like this guy right here. Look, my OS designers. I have no idea how I just totally just screwed the pooch on that. But there we go. So be very careful and cognizant. Sometimes, and I'm not perfect. I forget things all the time. But it's definitely one of those things you just got to keep an eye on. Still don't really like any of the deals that we're getting. Honestly, once you get past a certain point, deals are not whatever. So a couple of things. We got into some project management. And as you can see here, I assigned them a project. They sat there idle. I was wondering what's going on. What's going on? So they had all of this here, but what I didn't realize is that for some, you have to assign them a project for some odd reason that doesn't have a framework. I don't know how that works, but I ended up going to develop software, and then I went to project management and assigned them the task, and then they finally decided to start designing the actual project. So project management, that kind of just takes that out of my hand for those 6 products that we created. We're probably going to get into a little bit of 3D, and this is actually what I'm going to end up doing right here, is hoping we make some good sales on this operating system. I'm really tempted to just go for it and see what we do. But and last but not least, before I kind of end the video, we're going to actually go into the January of 1987 just to see what we do, how we did with the operating system, and when we released it. You got to make a decision when you are with here, but since our bug teams are doing so well, I'm still waiting for this last one here to fix this last 7 bugs, and there's not very many users, so I'm kind of just letting it ride. It's very low priority because they got priority 10 here, and they're almost finished fixing all the bugs as well. So that goes with that. So here we're going to go ahead and save the game really quick. And we are going to go ahead and release our operating system. We're going to hit no and hit yes. We are going to start off with 200,000 copies of our operating system. And we are going to go into our distribution, software printing. Actually, we got to go into software first. And hey, look at that. We got an outstanding operating system. That is fantastic. Now we can start using that in our own products too, so that way we can get more users, because the more that we have here that are active users, they're going to be utilizing our operating system as well. So we're going to select this, start printing, and we're going to keep no less than 150,000 copies. So these are doing really well. I'm really like just in awe, like how well we did in 1986. This year just took off. We're about 25% there. We have a very feasible goal, and just making what we did last time, and with these projects being released, I definitely think that it's going to be extremely feasible on making a $1 billion company within the first 10 years of starting Software Inc. So we are going to go ahead and let this ride. We have no support for it just yet. We are going to assign it support. We're going to take these guys off. We're going to go down to our operating support team and our operating support bug team, which I think I passed. Is it up here? Here we go. We're going to make sure they are selected. And I think that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let this thing ride, and we'll go from there. You just see how little things are going with us. We also have a few other products that we can actually port. If I remember correctly, I think we can port the Light Note Elite 2. Yes, so Netflix, we can go ahead and do Next X5. We're going to go ahead and leave that as 1, and we're going to make this priority number 10. All right, so as you can see, we're doing really well. We're making all of our goals look like a little bit of, probably either had a team meeting and probably just end up a bunch of people doing their own thing here. Don't have that many people here not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is pretty nice. We have a lot of research that we can start next month, which is going to be really well. This is just really nice to see that they're actually developing the project, which is really cool. I'm really kind of excited to see how that's going to go. We're going to go ahead and speed it up just a little bit. Oh, and they finished porting that other one, so let's give this priority 10. And I think we might be close. No, 6 more left. Okay, well, all the marketing's done for all of our products, which is really good. Not really too concerned about that. So we are going to go and see how we did for our operating system before we end the episode. So we're on fastest speed here available. All right, let's save the game, and not too bad. We made, how much did we last month? 42 million in sales. Not too bad. 5 queued. We had 77,000 active users, and now we can start marketing our budget. I'm really curious to see actually how much we actually really made. So we made a 7 million. We made 9.6 million with our product. So now we actually have some really good things that we can also start porting to. So once we start fixing the ports with Next X5, we can start porting all of our products to our Elite OS that we made. Pretty cool name, if you ask me. And we only sold about 24,000 copies. Oh, I'm sorry, we bought 200,000. That's right. So we sold 77,000. Not too bad, not too bad. But I foresee that we're definitely going to make the we're going to make our goal, and I'm really excited about that. So our yearly total, we made $404 million in 1986. So that's so freaking awesome. And we profited about 238.791. So that's 225. We can get to $500 million probably by 1987. We might be able to push it to 1989 at the beginning of 1990. So that's going to be so cool that I'm so excited. And we are going to go from there. So without further ado, guys, if you're liking this content, hit that like button for me. Also, please comment and subscribe. It does help out the channel. And I hope you guys are having a good one, and stay tuned for more. Peace, guys.